So we've kind of spoken about, you know, your journey and coming along here. But one thing that I'm always really interested in finding out in the way people learn as well. So one of the things that we do is, obviously, you guys, we have one-to-ones, one-on-ones. You have access to me on WhatsApp. But then what we also do, don't we, is I have a subscription group, and we all meet 2 to 4 times a month, and there's a group of us, and we're able to talk through what we're doing, how that's happening. And I know you both are real fans of both sides of it. So I'd love to kind of hear from you what it is that you get from kind of the individual, but also on the group side. So Miran, can I throw that question at you?
Yeah, sure. So the first thing that springs to mind is you get to hear about what other people are doing. You know, whether that's different strategy or um, along a different, you know, they're ahead of you. For example, you know, they've already got 2 rent-to-rent essays. You know, you get to learn quite a lot. And there are a lot of questions, a lot of tips that you share that are helpful. You know, that will help me eventually once I do get the essay. So yeah, I find them really useful. Just finding out what people are up to, I guess. You know.
Fantastic. I love that. And Omar, how about yourself?
Yeah, similar actually. I think it's when you're in a group as well, like it's those different questions from the same. It's amazing how you look at the same issue, but five different people might have 5 different questions. So I think having groups like this, and also as Miran said, so we are at different stages of our journey. It's just that because we started at different times. So when you share an issue, or when you read somebody else's issue that they're facing, it's just a different perspectives. And of course, I mean, having somebody like Emma as well, then you can say, well, yeah, I've come across this. And then somebody might look at it differently. I think one-to-ones, you get, I like it a lot because you really get to choose a very bespoke, something which is really related to your situation. So really focus on what you're doing and then pick that as a subject and then really take a deep dive. And I think depending on the issue and the situation you face, both of them could be useful, I think, in their own ways.
Yeah, I love that. And for me, you know, I did a lot of training through Masterminding. And if anyone follows Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, that's a huge element of Masterminding. And you do see that. I mean, I'm sure even with your, you know, business partner or even with your friends, you can sit down, can't you? And you've been sort of thinking about something. And when you start sharing it and everyone else starts talking about it, it's not double. It's literally like multiplied so much, the kind of the way you can sort of go forward. So I love the whole kind of masterminding. And also each kind of individual will have an issue which crops up. And exactly as you've said, I'm not just the only one who has knowledge. We've all got what I call just, you know, life experience. And that can really help us. And seeing, for instance, how Omar dealt with a challenging client, and seeing how Miran dealt with, you know, the very first letting agent that he spoke to, absolutely pulling the rug from under him, enables other people to go, okay, that's really interesting. I wonder how I would react in that way. And it's just a really kind of lovely way of sort of looking at it. And I do think there's, I mean, I still do masterminding. I mastermind as a business. I mastermind with other, you know, people who also do mentoring. I mastermind with, obviously, with property people. I absolutely love it. And every time I come away, there's 2 big things. One, I'm sat all day looking at my business and I'm not in my business. So if nothing else, even when I have meetings and things like that, I make sure that is a massive priority, and I never miss them. I'm one of the only people that never miss them, because I see it as being really, really important. And then secondly, the kind of things that we've touched on here is seeing what other people do. I love to be, you know, the the least experienced or the least successful person in the room, because guess what? They really push you and grow you. So it's yeah, an incredible thing to do. Well, look, guys, this has been so interesting. I really love, and I hope this has helped other people, because I know for me, I actually followed somebody really closely who was just ahead of me when I very first started. And it gave me such inspiration knowing those things, like, you know, Miran has said, where I'd had no's, and where this had gone wrong and that had gone wrong. And I didn't really know, you know, which sofa to use. All of these things were just so great to have somebody who is, you know, just that little bit ahead of you. So, okay, so I want to have a bit of a closing statement from you guys. A bit of a kind of a confirmation of where you want to go in the next month or so. I know we're coming to the end of this first quarter, so where would you like to see yourself? And then you can put it out to the universe, and we'll be able to come back and see how we're doing along the way. So Miran, do you want to kick off with that?
I think you already know. It's perhaps securing my first or second rent-to-rent essay.
I love it. I love it.
Which is very much achievable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Yes. So we are looking to increase our portfolio as well. We're looking at another 2 to be added as soon as possible. And that's, yeah, that's something that I'm looking forward to being busy with.
Brilliant. Well, look, guys, I really appreciate you sharing your time here today with us. I wish you all the you know, success in the world, and I'm very honored that I'm here to help you along the way as well.